Hello, and welcome back to Hollow Knight with Brian. Last time, we managed to defeat a couple rounds in the Coliseum of Fools. And in the first battle, the kind of end boss was Zote the Mighty. And I think now if we return to Dirtmouth, we will find a surprise there. And so that's where I've elected to start off today's episode. So what's happening here around town? And sure enough, I hear him. We have Bretta listening carefully to Zote talk. Grey Prince, so dark, so troubled. And what is Zote saying? But that's not the only danger I had to overcome in my quest for glory. You've noticed this trophy, haven't you? A keepsake from my final triumphant battle deep in the pit below us. Yes, Lifeender claimed another victim, and the crowd erupted into ecstatic cheering. Cheering that was both loud and utterly sincere. To what do I owe my long string of triumphs and victories, you ask? As I said earlier, the key is in my personal philosophy, the 57 precepts of Zote. Particularly relevant here is the first precept, always win your battles. As for the other 56 precepts, well, I think I mentioned when we first met Zote at the beginning of the game that he has more dialogue than any of the other characters. And that's why heroic, beautiful. And can I actually, oops, I just went inside Bretta's house. But if we do go check her diary now, the Grey Prince, heaving heavy breaths, flushed from the exertion of battle, the figure emerged from the well. Triumph was his, and the trophy he bore to prove it, the fearsome skull of his vanquished opponent. Startling warning he brought to the village, one that rung so true. Their white savior, that's me, thought a hero by the bugs was a vicious beast, and this shrouded Grey Prince was in truth the hero deserved. With honor and humility, he recounted his quest below, his epic journey of one purpose, to find her, to protect her, his Grey Maiden, his partner in darkness. And so Greta has transferred. You can see on the wall now, there's a picture of Zote. Oops, I'm reading the diary again. Let's try to get through all this. Picture of Zote on the wall, rather than me. And there's also the opportunity to descend. And I guess since we're here, I might as well check it out. Down here, there is a crazy kind of monument to Zote, and some crazy dream catcher kind of things going off. And if I hit this with my dream nail, what do we think will happen? I end up here, wherever here is. Falling, falling, falling. Into this crazy place. Terrifying, beautiful, powerful, Grey Prince Zote. And it's like a crazy dream boss battle kind of thing. And we can see, I guess in Zote's own dreams, what he imagines his super powerful self to be like or something. I don't know exactly. I don't know that I'm prepared to take on this battle. So I'm just gonna take a quick shot at it and see how it goes. And I think there's like multiple battles against him that you can do. I don't really know a whole lot about this. This is DLC. This was content that got added to the game kind of relatively late in the game, I think. And I tried this very briefly in my own previous playthrough. Oops. Okay. Alright, I'm about to die here. Yep. Alright. But when you die in the dream world, you don't actually die. You just kind of wake up from the dream, I believe. So yeah, Zote returns as kind of like a super dream boss. And I don't know what kinds of rewards and different things there might be for fighting him. Because I don't remember, I don't think I necessarily ever beat him down there. But that is some fun kind of extra content that's there. I don't know that we've popped into Cornifer's shop recently to see if there's anything else for sale. It doesn't appear that there is. Speaking of Cornifer, however, there is a map that we don't have And that is a map of Fog Canyon. If we look on the big map, it's kind of this area right over here. And I think I know how to get there and to actually reach Cornifer and buy the map. And so I think I'm going to head over there next. And so I'm going to take the Stagway and meet you guys somewhere near there. So I'm over here in Fungal Waste, and I think there's something up here that I've actually not gotten to before. I was just killing some of these bad guys, like this guy, who shoot these little exploding spores at me. Let's go ahead and deal with the last one, but I see something sparkly, and I want it. What do we have over here? It's probably just like a Wanderer's Journal or something. Oh, Hallownest seal. Alright, fair enough. And is there anything else to be found up here? I think that was it. But it was just kind of up on this little tiny, I don't know, outcropping. I should take a quick look around to make sure there aren't any other secret walls or anything over here. But in any case, I'm going to try to make my way over to one of the spots where Fungal Waste cuts over to where Fog Canyon would be. Can't actually show it on the map since we don't have Fog Canyon kind of listed on the map. And from there, hopefully we'll be able to find Cornifer and actually purchase the map of Fog Canyon. Ooh, I see a thing glowing over here. I guess I really haven't been back through here since I've gotten various mobility upgrades. Doesn't even look like I've been through here since I had the combination of the Mantis Claw and the Super Dash. Oops. Alright, that was a little bit foolish. Because there's a glowy thing over here that I haven't picked up. So let's go grab it. And we can also unlock this little shortcut to it. It is a Wanderer's Journal. This Wanderer says, I'm sorry. Alright. Let's see. Any other things hiding over here? Doesn't look like there's anything there. We're almost at the spot where I think we can cut over into Fog Canyon. Okay, this door is also locked. So yeah, I guess I really haven't been back through this way in a while. So let's do our little loop-de-loop to try to circle around over there, I suppose. And unlock this little door. Alright, so we have that shortcut for the future. But I think it's right above me. Yeah, just a little ways above me is where we need to go. Right, these are like the headbanger crazy giant mushrooms. And then a few of these little mushrooms that just like to run past you in the background. So yeah, I guess it's been a while since we've really done anything over here in the Fungal Wastes. And then right up here is, I can't think of his name, Leg Eater, I think. He is to the right, who sold various charms. And then over here on the left is the portion that is pretty much unexplored. I remember being over here, because we did that, this thing, the Whispering Root, in order to gain essence. But then for whatever reason I didn't continue farther up here. I don't remember that reason now. But I'm sure I had a good reason back whenever it was. So let's actually go explore over in this direction and see what's over here. Okay, so we're in Fog Canyon. And from here, trying to remember in terms of exploration, I think Cornifer is just a little ways over to the left. And we actually have been through this portion once before, I'm relatively certain. Oops. Yeah, it might be that Cornifer's through here, maybe? No, this is not the spot. I can't remember if I've been through here or not, actually. I think I have. I think we got a charm notch over in that area. Just trying to remember the layout of this place. I don't have a map, but I do have the big map. And so on the big map, yeah, if I go down and left, I think is basically the direction that I want to go. So let's try going this way. Yeah, I think this might be the chamber that I need to be in. It's been bothering me for a while that we didn't have the map of this area. And it's kind of designed that way. Pretty much everybody's playthrough that I've watched suffers the same thing in terms of not finding the map for Fog Canyon until very late in the game. Just because of the nature of, I don't know, how the various areas are laid out. And I think that's fine. Is this a corpse I can talk to? It says tired. How about this one over here? Drained. Alright. And I think, I just want to try it out, I think I can explode these things from afar. That, like, yellow glowing egg. Yes. And I think it took out one of these guys with it. so that is cool. Where is this going to bring me to? Yes, I think this is where I want to be. I'm nearly certain of it. I really... I don't know, I can't like go an episode without talking about the audio in this game. Hey, look at that! I see signs of Cornifer. There's pieces of paper on the ground over here. The audio in this game is just amazing. And Fog Canyon in general, and this room in particular, it's just so, I don't know, echoey, and it just sounds really cool. Something else that sounds cool is the whistling of Cornifer. We finally found him. Oh! As odd as much of Hallownest can be, there's a whole new level of strangeness about these caves. Did you see that dark gate below? I did. It's quite unsettling to be near. I did my best to avoid it. Fortunate for me, I found another route in, though I didn't end up a little singed after wading through some acid. Purchase map the area? Yes, please. Alright, so we finally have a map of Fog Canyon. Here is what it looks like. There's a grub, there's an area called the Teacher's Archives, and yeah, there's something actually down there. Yeah, there's a couple spaces that we haven't gone to. There's a large building just below, out in the middle of a lake, and a marvel to observe. I tried to head in, but it's become a nest for those, oops, slimy something. They're just so gross. They give a nasty shock to touch. Alright, so he's talking about the thing that's down in the Teacher's Archives, but also if we were to come through Queen's Gardens, Green Path, or another spot in Fungal Waste, it looks like there's other things to the left that we could go to. The Teacher's Archives has one of the 3 masks on it, and so that's something for, oops, kind of towards the end of the game that I don't want to go to just yet. And so I think, actually... yeah, let me switch gears and go somewhere else right now. So I'm back over here at Queen Station. I just can't remember. We might have already been here and visited this crazy creature since we had the double jump. Yeah, I think we've already talked to this. Yes, we've not been up here before. And so, Hallownest seal. And we can talk up here as well. Delicious. And this little creature looks tasty. I wonder, should I eat it? The others around here were awfully bland. So it turns out that this creature is more threatening than it would immediately appear. It has a very cute voice, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, in any case, I was just kind of stopping by. The reason I want to be over here is I was just saying that near Queen Station at the bottom of Fog Canyon, apparently there is a direction that we haven't gone, and I believe it's right over here, and now that we have a map, we'll actually be able to see it. Right, I remember what's over here. This is where we meet Millabelle, the banker. So I hadn't come over here before. Hello there, dearie. I was about to close up shop and run, so you came along. I provide a banking service if you're interested. Losing one's geo is a terrible thing, and it's so much more likely if you carry it about on yourself. My vault is much more secure. In all my time as a banker, I've never lost a single geo. Maybe you'd consider opening an account? Pay to open an account? I'm not going to do it right now, because there actually is something else I want to spend geo on in the near future. But this is something that we will check out again, and so now we'll actually have it on the map the next time we sit on a bench. And so that is Millabelle, the banker. And let's see. Okay, what else is next on my list then? Okay, as it would happen, there is another path in Fog Canyon over here that we haven't visited. So let's do some exploring together. Got some of these electrifying bugs that we need to avoid. Let me make sure I time this well. Oops. Okay, well that could have gone worse. Also spikes we need to avoid. I guess we're kind of over near Queen's Gardens because it's got kind of that look over here. And it looks like there's something up here, so I guess we'll try that next. I really have no recollection of this area at all. Oh, looks like there's a cocoon over here. Great. It's always nice. Get some extra life hearts, or whatever they're called. Lifeblood hearts, I believe is what they're called, actually. And what do we have over here? It is another Hallownest seal. We're collecting quite a lot of those at this point. Lost. Alright, so just some more wanderers who managed to get lost and die up here, it appears. And right, till I sit on the bench, won't have any more updates on this map. So it looks like it goes farther to the left, and so perhaps this will be another entrance into Queen's Gardens. We're still in the Fog Canyon map over here. But it does look like kind of Queen's Gardens area, and how about over here? What is this? Something in the ceiling? Oops, that drops me down. Oh, I see, there's like a shortcut over here. Alright, well that's handy. And this over here... Oh, look at what's over here. This looks like a mound of some sort. And so we had like Ancient Mound, Overgrown Mound, and Crystal Mound or something. And so now we have Overgrown Mound. And in each of the other two, we managed to find a snail shaman who taught us a spell. And so the expectation is that in this mound we will also learn a new spell, and that will help kind of fill out some of the final bits of our inventory that we don't have in terms of skills and whatnot. So let's see, what do we have going on over here? Just some little bugs. Okay, we are trapped inside here and the arena music starts playing. Okay, that's fine. But these are very easy enemies. And so I think this is an area that we could have gotten to much earlier in the game. So I don't anticipate this being very difficult. In fact, I think that might be it. Yep, I just heard the gate unlock. Alright, fair enough. And I could go right or I could go down. Let's try going down here. And there is a little shortcut back. Alright, thank you very much. What do we have over here? Aha! So first of all, here is kind of another snail shell kind of thing. Hear me. Do you say anything else? Hear me. Alright. Let's hear. Look at this crazy thing. Looks like almost like a Pac-Man ghost screaming. What do we got? We have consumed the Howling Wraiths. Take a look at that. Tap Y while holding up to unleash the Wraiths. Spells will deplete soul, replenish soul by striking enemies. So basically, this is an upward spell attack. And I suppose, actually, that would have been a good enemy to try it out on. I know back outside this area there are also good enemies to try it out on, so we'll go try it on some of them momentarily. But I think there might be something else over here, because I think up and right, there was still a direction I could go over here. So let's check it out in case there's anything else. Looks like it's just a pile of Geo. We managed to get another little bit of Essence. We're up to 1169. Alright, and I think that's all that's out here. So let's walk back outside this place. I will show off the Howling Wraith spell. Because, once again, in terms of clever game design, look what's out here. It's guys floating above my head. Boom! That's the Howling Wraiths. So basically it's an upward attacking spell. So rather than this one that shoots sideways, that one shoots upwards. Kind of just in an arc above your head. It doesn't go like too incredibly like large or high. But it's pretty cool. Is there anything over here? Doesn't seem like it. It's always good to look for secrets though. And then I guess downwards is still a direction that we haven't explored. And this sounds like... Okay, here is one of these black barriers that we still can't cross. And here is a gate that I can't unlock just yet, because the unlocking is on the other side. So it looks like that's a place that I won't be able to go yet. So if I check out the map, I think that might be all the places I could explore here. Was there one other path? I don't remember right at the moment. No, I think that was it. Is there anything hidden down here? I guess it's just kind of like a little, oops, I don't even know if you call it a shortcut, but a way that you can go back and avoid the electrified bugs. Okay, so from here, let me pop back up into Green Path really quickly. I think at this point we've explored Green Path quite thoroughly. I don't think that there's anything else missing there. And so once I take a quick peek at that map, we'll decide if and what and where we want to go next. So here's the map of Green Path, and I think it does look complete at this point. However, we haven't visited the Hunter in a while. And he's right up here. He's the one who gave us the journal that basically kind of serves as the bestiary of all the different monsters that we have found so far in the game. And so I'm going to pay him a quick visit, because as you kind of make progress, or get killed by all the different monsters in the game, I think he has various bits of things to say to you. And so I'll also, since I just lost a little bit of life, hop on in here and sit at the bench. But the hunter's just above me, right? Yes. And one of the completion-y things that you can do is eventually get every single monster in the game in your journal. And I think I ought to be able to do that. I think I am both capable and willing to spend the time. And I don't remember, I've seen somebody else do it, but I don't remember like what happens at the end. But it's probably something cool, so I think it will be worth it. And if not, oh well, we're going to spend the time doing it anyway. But first off, let's go visit the hunter. Right, he's got this like cave that looks like teeth as you're kind of walking in to his cave. Fangs. Alright, what does he say? Aha, your journal grows fat and full. Only those last few rare beasts remain left to stock. Search the kingdom's corners. Complete the journal. Earn your well-deserved reward. And it is the case that we will be able to get various types of completion percentages at some point, probably actually not too far into the distant future, because I have most of the stuff I would need to get to one of the game's endings at this point. But what do I really want to do at this point? What I want to do, I guess, is probably go back to a stag station. I wasn't really intending it, but as I happen to come back through, heading back to a stag station, it brings me right by the Grubfather, and we've rescued a number of grubs since the last time we talked to him. So I figured we should stop by and check on in on the Grub family. And it doesn't hurt, or it doesn't help. No, it doesn't hurt. It does help to be earning a little bit of geo along the way, killing various bad guys. And I'm sure that the Grubfather is going to reward us with some geo for having rescued some grubs as well. Hooray! More geo for me. How many grubs have we saved since the last time I was here? 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, and something else. 7, 8. I guess I haven't been back here in a while. 9, 10. Alright, nice. I just got, wow, 1900 geo. That's amazing. And a piece of pale ore. Wow. So if we hadn't done the arena, that would be another way to get pale ore. Okay, and so we have one of the 3 pale ore that we need for the last nail upgrade, which is pretty cool, if I do say so myself, and I do. And yeah, now at this point, I definitely want to go to a particular location in all the geo that I have on me right now. Any chance... the exploding, like, super revenge fly or whatever ended up killing up this other guy. Yeah, let's go head over to... Can't even think of the name of the area. And actually, each time I come by Zote, I'm going to listen to 2 of his precepts, so that eventually we'll listen to all of them. Precept 2. Never let them laugh at you. Fools laugh at everything, even at their superiors, but beware, laughter isn't harmless. Laughter spreads like a disease, and soon everyone is laughing at you. You need to strike at the source of this perverse merriment quickly to stop it from spreading. Precept 3. Always be rested. I agree with this one. Fighting and adventuring take their toll on your body. When you rest, your body strengthens and repairs itself. The longer you rest, the stronger you become. I like to rest and to nap. And so, that's a precept that I agree with Zote. Good job. So you may recall, back over in... I guess the area is called the Ancient Basin, I think. But I think it's like the Palace Grounds or something that is our Stag Station over here. King Station is here. Hidden Station. That's the one I was thinking of. That's going to bring us closest to this area. There was a fountain And rather than try to say more about it, I can just get over there very quickly. Here's like a crazy old castle area. And right over here is a place that we can hop down and go up to said fountain, which I think is just up here on the right, if I'm remembering correctly. Cornifer was here once upon a time. We got a map of this area, which if you'd like to see the map, looks like this. Oh, there's a grub over there. We should try to go get that grub next, I suppose. Oh, I hadn't actually been here, because the secret thing just went off. So, here's the fountain. Missing Monarch, we need you now. And what does this guy say? Return to us. So, this is a crazy fountain, which has, I think those, like, 4 crown pillars or whatever, like, signify the king. Looks kind of like the king's idol. A true servant gives all for the kingdom. Let Hallownest's pale king relieve you of your burden. Drop all geo into the fountain. And I'm going to say yes, only because I know that it takes all your geo up to 3,000. And I have more than 3,000. And so if you drop all your geo in the fountain, you get a soul vessel fragment. And that is the final soul vessel fragment that we needed in order to get our third little extra soul well. And I think at this point that is complete. So basically we have all of the soul capacity we could ever want, or at least ever get in this game. And we managed to spend a bunch of geo along the way doing it, so I'm pretty happy about that. There is a grub somewhere to the left, and I don't know if I know if or how to get him. And so I can't even tell from the map if he's going to be like through a wall over this way. Like maybe there's a secret wall to the left. Doesn't look like it's there. There's definitely a soul well here, but I don't actually need it, and so I don't know why I just kind of wasted all the soul right there. Is there a oh, I think there is a secret wall here. Nope, something else broke. It could be the case that this grub, okay, I don't see anything there, is somewhere above the bench that's right over here. So let's go sit on the bench and see if there's an easy way up. Or it might be that we get at him from below. It could be above here. Oops, okay, there's spikes on the ceiling. So I think it's unlikely that it's from above. Yeah. So I don't think we go up from here, so we can try to get around the top of where we see that grub and see what's over there. So back out here, we're in the tramway. Are there any other exits over here? There is. I don't know that I've ever gone this way. Alright, so somewhere... Ooh, yeah. I don't think we've seen this enemy before. Ouch. Alright. What does the hunter have to say about that particular enemy? Let me go find him in the journal. That appears to be a lesser Malek. Attacks by spitting acid and slashing with 4 claws. Alright. Fair enough. And I hear a bell fly. And let's see. The grub is somewhere below us. But I guess I'll start and do kind of a top-down approach, and we'll try to make our way over there. Let's see, what do we have over here? We got Maleks. Here's another one. And, yeah, I've got a pretty powerful nail at this point. Ooh, can I one-hit these guys? Those are actually not the guys that I originally thought they were, and so it's a little bit less exciting that I can one-hit them, but I'm still happy to be able to one-hit pretty much any enemy. And it looks like... it's only 4 hits on those lesser Maleks. That's not bad. Oh! Oh! What do we have over here? It's Cloth. My friend, you dealt with all those beasts? I'm ashamed to say, I was hiding. Those ghastly things chased me and I ran. If you hadn't come along, who knows if I'd have ever survived. Others take me for a fearsome warrior, what with my impressive size. But this kingdom's beasts? I wonder if I'm just no match for them. Enough. I cannot wallow in my weakness. I must take strength from your example. You act so confident in battle. You show no fear before your foes. I'll try my best to do the same. All right, Cloth. I'm glad to be able to inspire you. I look forward to our next contact, tiny savior. Then you'll meet a warrior with courage to match your own. Hooray! Such luck. This tiny one appears at just the right moment, and what masterful skill it shows. As a warrior, it sets powerful precedent. I do well to learn from its form. Alright, neat. Okay, well we rescued Cloth. We've seen a Cloth pop up a few places, somewhat randomly. Looks like there's another Moloch down there, so I'm going to go ahead and charge up a Great Nail Shot. Oops, and then miss. Ouch. Alright, and then take a bunch of needless damage. And then I think use some, oops, of my spells. Oh, it shoots out like acid that damages you if you go and step and walk through it. Alright. I guess that actually does make it a little bit more of a fearsome foe than I originally realized, or anticipated. And I still don't know where the bellfly is that I keep hearing. Oh, look at this! It's pale ore. We now have 2 of the 3 pale ore that we need for the final nail upgrade. Well, that was fortuitous. What else are we going to find down here? There's the bellfly. Okay, dealt with. And I think I can just, like, run in, get a shot, and run away. Yeah. Alright. That is a good strategy to deal with those guys. Here's another bellfly. No problem, so long as you see him beforehand. Everything is hunky-dory. I could afford to heal up once more, so let's do that. Alright. Doing a good job keeping an eye out, fortunately. Oops, crap. Right after I say I'm doing a good job keeping an eye out for them, that one finally sneaks up on me. Yeah, fortunately they're very noisy birds. Ooh! There's something down here, and now I don't have enough soul to actually bust through there. I think if I exit and come back in, I think enemies will respawn, and I'll be able to kill somebody and get some soul so that we can break through the floor there, because that must be where the grub is going to be, I imagine. Okay, and so now I have enough soul to do that move. I hear the grub. And one more hit will kill this guy. There we go. There's the grub. Hooray! Da, 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 da. I see. And he automatically disappears off of the map the moment I've rescued him. Okay, well that's pretty cool. We managed to rescue a grub. We managed to spend 3,000 geo in order to get our final soul vessel. And we had kind of another chance encounter with Cloth, who it sounds like we may see yet again. And so, yeah, kind of a little bit kind of haphazard grouping of different things that we're doing this episode. But I feel like it's been a productive episode overall. And so I think that might be where I go ahead and call things for today. And if I try to look ahead, next time, I should take a look back at my notes to decide what we want to do next time. But before I go for today, I do want to take just kind of a look at the overview map. Now that we have most of Fog Canyon filled out, and that kind of fills one of the gaping holes that otherwise had been left in the map. So let's go ahead and sit on a bench just so the map gets updated, because we did just update a bit over here in the Ancient Basin in the upper left-hand portion of the map. Alright, yeah, so that all kind of looks filled out. And if we take a look at the big map now... Yeah, now that Fog Canyon is there, kind of like filled in the purple, there's still some places to go with the Teacher's Archives. There's still a bit more of Queen's Gardens. There's still a lot more of Deep Nest that we have to explore. Yeah, so I have a feeling next episode will probably be a bit more exploration. We could also start trying to get some of the grubs that we're missing, and that would be a way to, I don't know, kind of direct the various exploration that we're trying to do. But you can look forward to that next time. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Hollow Knight with Brian. Bye-bye.